Welcome to Two Hearts Dance and Yoga's Heart to Heart series. My name is Leanne Barber, owner and creator at Two Hearts Dance and Yoga, and it's my honor to be able to share some light of inspiration with you, especially with some of the fitness and dance teachers that I'm surrounded around. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome Brooke Pias. She is the owner and founder of House Party Fitness. House Party Fitness has been in business for a little over 7 years now, and it is a cardio hip hop with a twist. Really exciting classes. I've taken them myself, and the energy is just over the top. It is my honor to bring her with us today and learn about her journey as a business owner. She's also a high school Spanish teacher by day and a fitness party instructor. Welcome, Brooke. It is my honor and pleasure to have you here with us.
Hi, how are you?
Awesome. So just to get into things, how have you continued to keep your students engaged during this pandemic, whether it is on your high school students or whether it's your dance students? How are you continuing to connect with them?
You just have to personalize everything. Like even if it's online, make sure you greet them, say their name, talk to them. Don't just turn on the camera and then start your day like it's recording. So, my fitness classes are very personalized, and then we do them outside too. So I have to it's a balance. So you have to engage with people in the back and people online, but you have to keep them, keep everything personal. And even with school, talk to my students. I always try to first keep it business, and then I'll let them lighten up, like show me your dog, or so. You have to just make it personal, and it makes it a little bit less stressful, a little bit less stressful, but
Yes,
it is what it is.
Absolutely. And you have been just a pleasure being able to take classes with you virtually, as being fitness instructors from coming from the same kind of background here. It's been awesome to connect with you, and you do really find that personal connection with people. So I appreciate it so much. Very good. So you are one of my favorite fitness teachers, and I think it's because I really think it's because of your energy. You have kind of this light about you. You can come, from having a terrible day and enter into your class and just completely have such a great time. So I really admire that about you. When did you discover your passion for dance, and did you grow up dancing?
I did not actually. My parents actually danced. My mom, she was a ballerina for 20 years. So she from when she was 5 until she was 20, and she started at point. Back then they didn't have the regulations. So from 5 to 25, she danced. Even in big productions. My dad, he danced. He grew up in West Philly, so he grew up not professionally dancing, but he did take tap dancing or lessons and stuff. But he grew up in the time, because he's almost 80. So I mean, he had Delphon, all the big Philly stars that he lived near. He was personal friends with them, Patti LaBelle and all that. So they always grew up dancing. And because my mom, her feet got really jacked up from dancing, she didn't want me to dance. She didn't want me to dance growing up. So so we didn't, we had fun, danced around, and I didn't really know I was good until late in life. I saw my dad dancing, and this my first wedding. My first wedding, I was at the reception. I saw him dance, and I'm like, I never knew he had that in them. And I'm like, I'm just as good as that. So
That's really awesome. See, I never thought that you have been dancing your whole life, just because you're so smooth and you really get into the moves. But that's really
I
awesome.
get it from my parents, both of them, I would say. But my dad is very good. My mom's good. My dad is very good. So
Really cool. Well, good genes that you have. So tell us how you kind of got into fitness instructing and what led you on that path.
I started in my mid 20s. You know, started with like basic step, you know, teaching step aerobics, teaching body pump, and then Zumba came around, and that was like the first thing that like we saw like in like cool dance fitness. And like it was like dance fitness was around for a long time, but it just wasn't popular, like, or we didn't even know it was like a thing. And when Zumba came around, like I fell in love with it because, you know, I was teaching Spanish, you know, I liked to dance, and I liked fitness instructing. So I did that for quite a few years. And then after a while, it's just, you know, not that it got stale, it just changed, you know. Yeah, it changed for me. So not that I wanted to do anything myself because I didn't think I could, but one day I was just subbing a hip hop class, and it was like, you know, I decided to do cardio hip hop. I'm like, I'll just do cardio hip hop. I really don't know what I'm doing. You know, I'll just get all my, you know, songs that were hip hop. I'll put it all together. And then I'm like, I was short on the playlist, and, you know, like I was like 3 songs short, like 15 minutes short. It was an hour class. And I'm like, I'll just make them do like weights or squats and stuff like that midway through. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no one else is doing like dance interval classes. So, and that's when it clicked. So I had no intention of starting.
It's really awesome that it just came from this.
Yeah, just like bam. I'm like, oh.
That's really awesome. So you have this awesome branding, House Party Fitness. Tell us kind of how you thought of that name and how your transition from, you know, just leading the classes that you were leading to bringing it into this kind of genre that you've created.
It's the name. I was like, it took me a while to figure out the name. So once I figured out I was going to start something, and then I'm like, all right, I need a name for it. And I'm like, you know, I was giving myself time to do that, just because it wasn't coming to me. And like I was thinking about a month later, and I was just like creating my choreography and my song list. And I'm like, I just noticed one day, I'm like, I was almost finished my list, and I had like about a month out. I was going to debut it. And, like, oh, it was a month or a month and a half. And I'm just like, I looked at all my songs, and they're old because I'm a lot older than you. So I'm like, they were like early 2000s, late, not, or like, you know, 90, a lot of 90s. And I'm just like, and I did have like the song, like one of the songs from House Party on it. And I'm like this, I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what my class is like. It's just like a house party. So just a movie, like that one song I had, Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody. I'm like, that one song inspired, you know, House Party Fitness. So
That's so awesome. I just think of, like the 90s and that feel, and you know, those songs, and even the movie House Party, thinking about, you know, people just having a good time. And that's what I love so much about what you do. It's like you don't even feel like you're working out. You are just jamming out to the music. You're having a good time, and it does just feel like that kind of party atmosphere. Can you tell us a little bit in your words, you know, someone who might not have ever taken a class of yours, what it's like to take a House Party Fitness class?
So, you know, you come in, and, you know, you're always greeted by your instructor. And, you know, we always stress that we're not worried about you being good at dancing. You know, a lot of people say I'm good. And so I think I'm just okay. But, you know, sometimes I'll go on my tangents, and I let them know. I'm like, I go on my tangents. I want you to feel like you're in a, you know, music video. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about having a good time. Worry about sweating. The form will come. Dances will come. It's not important for you to like know exactly like every footwork, you know, piece of footwork that's going on, even though it's not that hard. But, you know, like with any dance fitness, you know, you don't know what's going on. You know, then there's the actual work. I don't want to say the workout, but the hard work where it's the resistance training. So, you know, make sure they have the bands and, you know, good form and modifications. And so, you know, when they come in, you know, I let them know that, hey, we're not just dancing. You are going to be doing lower body and upper body work. So, you know, plan accordingly. Plan accordingly, lightweight or heavyweight, however, you know, whatever your fitness level is.
Yeah, it's really that combination of dancing, but not, you know, you don't need to have that technique, just in there to have a good time, just like it says, have in a party.
Yeah.
Adding those weights and really, kind of stepping it up there. It's just a full body, very diverse workout, and I just love it so much. I guess if you can tell us a little bit about the business end of things, like, owning your own business comes with challenges. Are there any challenges that you faced starting up?
Starting off, yeah, absolutely. Like, because I'm, you know, low man on the totem pole, like me, you have the bigger name dance fitness programs, you know, uh, overshadowing it. So, and then people love it, when they saw it, they love it, but then they're like, oh, I don't want to take that leap because you're not a big company yet. So, and it was just me running the show. I did have a business partner at first, and then things didn't work out. So it just ended up being me. Um, Doing it on, it was a very short time with a business partner. And, uh, you know, doing it on your own is hard without investors, without, CEOs and, you know, flashy videos. I try my best to get that done, but then there's always the money side. And, when you are a normal person doing everything like from the bottom up, it's hard. And also being, a Black woman, it is hard to be seen and be heard, and people don't think that's a thing, but I'm like, it is a thing. And so, you really start from the bottom. And I did also create it to kind of get the Black community involved too, because even it's only just recently that Black women just started working out a little bit more. Like beforehand, we can't get our hair messed up, we can't do this, a lot of things that went with working out or being an athlete or whatever, didn't go with it. Now they're starting, Black women are starting to take their health seriously. And I did that, but where it's marketed, if you're not marketed out, it's hard to reach them. But certain places now that I have, like, I wouldn't say a partnership, but I have like good reputation with Black Girls Run, like the local chapter, and people pushing for me. So it's still like I'm starting to come up, but it's just like when you're a normal person and then also a Black woman, it takes a lot longer than other things.
And I commend you for that. It's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on here to, one, show Black women that, you can do this. You can create your own business from the bottom up, and you can be fit, and you can, have a name for yourself, and people will follow you. And that's exactly what you're doing here. So I commend you and thank you for all that you're doing to kind of lead that path, especially in the Philadelphia area. I just think, bringing us all together and creating this workout that is nothing but fun and a good time. It encourages people to stay fit. It's encouraging people to jam out to their favorite songs. Really, just bring us all together. So thank you for mentioning that. I guess I have two more questions for you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about House Party Fitness?
My favorite thing is the escape. The first thing is just the escape of it. I do franchise out to other, have other instructors and that. And I tell them one thing to do is to, when you're making your playlist, be a little selfish. Like, don't play it. I mean, yeah, you have to think about the people who are taking it, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's about you. You know what I mean? It's your party, you're the DJ. And some days, whatever day that you're having, and like you said, like, I can leave it at the door. I can leave it at the door because I'm looking forward to just listening to that music. And sometimes it's a little ratchet. So sometimes it's not. So, but at the same time, it's mine. And, I'm going to, when the music's great, you go harder, and because usually if you don't like the music, you're not, especially in dance fitness, you're not gonna jam out to it. You're just gonna go do the motions. So sometimes it's a great thing, and some people are like, oh, that class is really too hard. So it's not going to be for everybody. It's like, even though I want it to be for everybody, it's not. And you get the people who truly want to be there. So it is, yeah, that's why I say, like, just make it a little selfish, because you're going to have the real people that want to take the class at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Very good. Very well put. And I also meant to bring up the business model that you have. You're able to franchise it out to other instructors in the area. So that creates its own community in itself. How has kind of that been panning out for you? Have you been able to share House Party Fitness with other instructors that are just as passionate about it as you are?
Yes. Yeah. I would say I did have a little bit of a stall, just because of I opened the studio, and trying to balance real work, studio life, and the program end of it was a little bit hard. So now we're going a little harder on the program now. But now that I have SCW Fitness as a partner, so they've been marketing it out very, very big time. So I'm finding more people who are interested, and I'm getting emails of and finding people who are connecting with me on Facebook. So I haven't grown it exponentially recently, but it's about to grow again. about to have that burst first. So I had a big burst, and then like a little lull, being a normal person, and then now it's gonna expand.
We're balancing all the things from, running this business to being a school teacher, and then just, your regular personal life. So
Yes.
I know it's a lot.
Yes.
It's awesome that you're providing this opportunity for other instructors as well. And, that's something that's really awesome to hear about. So I'm very happy to hear about it. And yeah, you're like, I'm about to blow up.
But if you say it, it'll do it. So.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for just inspiring me as a fitness instructor in this area, inspiring me as just a person who enjoys fitness and likes taking your class, but then also on the business side, really showing everyone that it can be done, like working full time and then still following your passions as a business owner. So I love everything that you're doing, and on behalf of
Thank you.
on behalf of Two Hearts Dance and Yoga, I just thank you so much for all the light that you continue to shed, and we look forward to hearing more from you. Where can people learn more about you, how to take your class, or even to become a fitness instructor under?
So they can go to housepartyfit.net, or they can go to hpfitstudio.com. But housepartyfit.net can lead you to the studio. That's the easiest one to navigate. And I want to say thank you very much for having me. I love what you're doing. I love seeing your dance videos and yoga, and just spreading light and love around.
It's both ways. So thank you so much. Yeah, we can't wait to dance with you in class again.
I know. Hopefully soon this will be over. Things will normalize.
Thanks so much.